Hey everybody! So, another quick Street Fighter V news update. So if you guys ever wondered what some of the new stage transitions might look like in Street Fighter V, or basically what was around some of the corners of the stages, because we get a little sneak peek every now and then when we're playing our matches. For example, on the waterfall stage we get command grabbed or something, the camera will hang to the right a little bit and we'll see like the preview, this little room, some strange room with a coffin in it that we see that like Nash popped out of during one of the story mode cutscenes, the cinematics. And even on the New York stage, we know there's the bank on the right side, and we know that they're going to add stage transitions soon to Street Fighter V. Eventually, it won't just be the China stage. We know some of the stages are definitely unfinished. Well, Kira has been digging around Street Fighter V and has access to the Street Fighter V editor room, and it basically just allows him to use a free roaming camera around all the stages and just looking at all these things that we haven't seen before in the game. And he's uploaded a whole bunch of videos on them on his channel, but I'll have a link in the video description below, so you guys should definitely check it out. But some of the things, like in the Kanzuki stage, there's this little room, it's a little small room on the left side, I think, and it's got a bunch of like samurai armor inside of it, and you can't even see this room because it's behind closed doors. You can actually like move the camera right through and you can see that there's this room there. So it's basically like placeholders for all the stage transitions. They're already like in the game, of course, so it's pretty cool, man. On the Apprentice Alley stage, that's like the Dalsum stage, it's much bigger than it seems when you zoom out the camera. Like, it's huge. Like, you see like the whole like city. It's pretty nuts. There might even like be a second part to that stage too, and it gives us like an idea, of how they can expand some of these stages in the future. Because they're still adding stages, like the classic stages, but the core stages are meant to be bigger than they seem, right? And we also have like different weather effects and things like this, like that, right? The New York stage, like I said, definitely you can get knocked out into the bank part of the stage, because we know in the story mode there's already a preview of what that right side of the stage would look like when you're fighting Vega, I think, with that weird NPC that we haven't got to fight yet because we need those damn daily challenges. You have that like the boss mode or whatever it's supposed to be. Speaking of stage transitions though, Kira literally just uploaded recently a video previewing actual stage transitions. There's actual animations in the game that are already made. They're unfinished, but they are there, and he has access and he's doing a bunch of them for a bunch of stages, and we can actually, even though they're unfinished, we have an idea of what like they're going to be when they are finished. So for example, on the Lair 4 King stage, when you get knocked on the right side, you'll go right into this bison statue and he's like holding your head. It's really random, man. And in the Shadowloo headquarters stage, like in the background that I have here for this video, on the right side, if you get knocked into it, you get knocked into like a jet engine, and your character's like looks like he's gonna spin around or something like that. And on the waterfall stage, you actually get knocked into the coffin or sarcophagus or whatever the hell it is, where Nash pops out of, and yeah, a bunch of really crazy stuff. Like I said, it's unfinished, but it's pretty cool to see like that Capcom already has some of these planned. I'm really curious to see like if you're gonna get knocked into the bathroom on the London stage, but I guess we don't see anything with that. Maybe he'll upload some later, but just check the video description below if you guys want to see these videos on Kira's channel. So yeah, really cool. In much less exciting news, Capcom's quarterly earnings report came in, showing that Street Fighter V has shipped fewer than 100,000 copies in the last 3 months. As many of us know, this is due to Street Fighter V's extremely rocky start, with a very minimal amount of content, which includes no arcade mode or even like the general story mode, which is now finally released. In a recent interview, Capcom has said that they are confident the core gameplay is strong, but admitted that they should have communicated better that Street Fighter V is meant to be a service-based model game, and content will drop on an ongoing basis. I find this really amusing because, they could say that it could be, it's a like model-based game where it starts off small and they keep releasing content for it, but in the same breath you can't charge a full retail price for it at launch. Then you can't have your cake and eat it too, kind of thing. It's really random when I read that interview, but yeah, it's pretty funny. I wonder how Street Fighter V would have done if they you know, sold it for that kind of price, a service-based model price. You know, if it was like $20, $25, $30, how would it be? Because, you know, at launch it was full retail, right, with like extremely little amount of content. So I'm curious. Meanwhile though, the esports scene for Street Fighter V has been the strongest it's ever been, bringing in massive amount of numbers, especially during EVO. So many players, it was catastrophic, and the stage and everything. This is definitely thanks to you know, the Capcom Pro Tour, the amount of money that's, you know, funded in these tournaments, the prizes, and ESPN of course too, which brought in a shit ton of viewers, even from people that don't even play video games. Got a lot of exposure for that. So keep in mind that even though the sales were less than 100,000 copies shipped in the last 3 months, these do not reflect post-EVO, so maybe that picked it up a bit. I don't think the story mode picked it up a bit, but it's pretty much the casual audience that Capcom needs to focus on right now. These are the sales they need to generate. I'm not sure what Capcom needs to do here. If they need to do some kind of like reboot here. We know that Capcom said that they're not going to make a new like a new disc, like a Super Street Fighter V or something like that, but they should at least make some kind of not a collector's edition, but some kind of special edition where people can buy the game, and it includes like all the costumes or something, just some way to like make people notice that the game is fresh and new again, right? So yeah, there's that. Finally, for all you Juri players, if you guys are curious on what all the titles are for unlocking for Juri, I'll show you right now. So we get to see them. It's already been leaked. And if you're curious on how to unlock these titles, I made a video recently showing all the titles for all the characters and how to unlock them. But long story short, it's just play a shit ton of ranked matches and gain a lot of XP and gain levels. That's pretty much how you gain all the titles. But yeah, that's it for the news today, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time.